We are, good morning. Hey, Glacia, it's Serena here in Vegas, and you're coming from
Bellingham, Washington.
Washington. Yay.
Yeah, good morning.
This is our first live video podcast that we're doing here on YouTube. Glacia and I have known each other for years. We've collaborated together on several projects. I love working with her, her energy, her insight. She's an amazing channel, and she's awesome. So today we're just going to talk about things that are her specialty and my specialty. She has been doing a lot of videos on Ascension, the Ascension energies coming in, and I, am really, my flavor is to call it more about enlightenment and just raising your personal consciousness, but it's the same process of Ascension. So take it away, Glacia.
Well, wonderful. So what I've been seeing in a lot of people right now is people are going through what I call the great squeeze of 2018, which is the eclipse season, the Lionsgate portal, and then kind of processing all of those energies that are coming up as a result of opening the different, walking through the different doorways that were presented to us through the Lionsgate portal and the eclipses. And something that I see a lot of people really wanting information on right now is the higher self, how to connect with their inner guidance and how to move through these difficult situations with greater ease. And it's been almost like this universal thing that I'm seeing with all of my clients, that they're having special abilities activate as well. So people are really curious about psychic abilities, about empathy and clairvoyance, clairaudience. People are starting to see geometric patterns as light codes get activated within them. So it's a really exciting time right now, and I've been getting a lot of information about what's coming up in the fall and also in the winter. So there's some pretty fantastic stuff that's about to start happening as we get through this great squeeze, which many people are feeling so intensely right now.
I'm laughing because yesterday somebody had posted this, people carrying a giant sage thing, like burning sage. And it was huge. It was like this big around, and they're like carrying it on the side of their bodies, like with slings. It says, when you finally find the sage big enough for 6 winter rains, a lunar eclipse, and what else? That's what we need right now. It's been pretty intense, for saying the least.
Yeah.
Some weird stuff going on in my life, and I know it's like accelerating, clearing stuff like so fast, but it's like, whoa, hold on, because this is a really crazy ride right now. I've had some seriously intense experiences. Some I've handled better than others, but as it continues, I'm observing myself, and I'm handling them better and better as each one comes up. So I've been doing tons of clearing. You had given me that channeled message because I had that heart chakra stuff going on that I needed to bring all the soul fractals back in. And I've been not only, cleansing them through that rose gold light, but also doing emotion codes. So I've been doing a lot of healing work for the collective, not just for myself personally, because I'm feeling those energies as everybody is going through this, and we're getting closer. It's like, okay, we don't have much time left. Like, we got to do this now. And I've been processing a lot of emotions using the emotion code, and also just white light meditations, and even running access bars on the collective, on everybody on the planet. So, and as I do that for everybody, of course, it's clearing it more for me, and I'm feeling really, really great as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, I've been doing some clearing work for big spaces and everybody in those spaces, not necessarily the entire planet yet, but I've been doing kind of these little energetic experiments to when I create this field of light and expand it out in a certain area. I've noticed that people start to feel better. They start to laugh more. They're happier. You can just notice a shift in the whole collective. And all I'm doing is making more light available. I'm not, talking to anybody or doing anything other than really anchoring a lot of light into the earth, but then creating this field that expands out. And I'm seeing a lot of other people having the ability to do this as well. So this is something I feel is a way that we are going to start clearing the collective energies. Just with one person can reach hundreds or even thousands of people and give them this energetic opportunity to rise in frequency. That's really exciting.
It is exciting. And I like to just say that, it's it's great to have that intention. And also, as part of our own journey, for us, in order for us to be able to hold that space, we have to do our personal work. And we have to, we can't just go, oh, I'm a light being and I'm all, rainbows and sunshine. We have to be honest with ourselves and deal with our real personal stuff. And I know that you and I both been on that journey and of self-discovery and self-clearing and really, being willing to do the work of healing all of those wounds, healing all of those old traumas, because as we do that more and more, we let go of those attachments to the emotions, let go of the attachments to the triggers and anchors, and we're able to actually be in that neutral, clear space. Because I think unless we're able to really be in that neutral space where it's not just that we're saying, I'm not going to be judgmental, like we just truly, genuinely don't feel judgment. And we don't feel triggered by all these negative emotions. And we're able to it's almost like a collapsing of anchors, which is an NLP term. I learned this recently from this one book that I'm reading called The Art of Awakening Through Wonder. It's like you just sit with the negative emotion and then you introduce gratitude to that negative emotion. And then you introduce love. And then you introduce wonder. Like, I wonder what it would be about to be the opposite of that or to be free of that. And it's almost like you're just neutralizing and dissolving that negative emotion into it, not because you're trying to avoid it, distract yourself from it, pretend you don't have it, deny it, repress it, or anything like that. Just simply allowing yourself to experience it and then genuinely heal it. And as we are able to be in that space, we can hold the light for people and allow them to begin to create that shift and heal as well, which is, I really, really love. Any comments on that? I know I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit.
No, that's beautiful though. Yeah, that inner work has been something that that great squeeze that I like to talk about. That is when so much stuff has been coming up for people and they've been personally challenged. And what I've been seeing is a lot of people are quitting their jobs, they're leaving relationships, they're moving to different locations. Like, they're unable to just keep moving forward in the same direction. It's like these shifts have occurred and they've gotten this awareness about their path. So many people are being called into healing, helping others, like facilitating healing within others, and also any type of like service work. So I'm just seeing this huge shift from like corporate work into like helping others heal through nutrition, through sound therapy, through movement, just major changes in all of that area. And then shifting into relationships that really work, like the divine partnerships and the twin flame unions and all of that stuff is occurring too. But that inner work, without doing that inner work, the people who have been avoiding it, it's getting really challenging for them. Their lives are kind of falling apart because they're being, by their soul, it's not some external force forcing them. It's their codes that are being activated and the fail safes that they put in place to make sure that they would awaken. But sometimes, when people go into these challenges and they're resistant to change, these challenges, it turns a molehill into a mountain. And just, it makes it where they finally will get to a point of surrender because they can't keep moving forward with the challenges that they're facing. So that's been a big thing that I'm really seeing. So the people who are doing the inner work and bringing light into their own shadow aspects or their own darkness, that is really challenging in itself. but then life doesn't have to break down in the same way as the people who are resisting that work. So
it's so funny. I just got this picture of somebody like their arms being twisted behind their back, and they're like, "Uncle, Uncle."
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the
And
universe.
like you said, is totally what you said. It's it's our soul trying to get our attention and say, no, this is more important than your comfort in this moment. You waking up and you doing your work and doing this healing, so that you can ascend is more important than just continuing your game of denial and doing it things the way you've always done it. But sometimes it takes that pressure point that to where we have to, the classic, they have to reach their bottom, which I don't really love that expression. But it is, if we choose, once we awaken and we really choose to see things, everything is a gift, and even the things that, I've had some stuff lately that was not fun, but it's an opportunity for me to clear and heal more stuff on a deeper level. Whether it's just my own stuff or whether it's my stuff plus past life stuff for me, or whether it's stuff on a more collective level, that is still an opportunity. It's something that I've chosen as a divine being to be willing to clear all of this for myself and for everyone. And I love what you said about service, because I actually just watched somebody's video this morning, and he was, basically saying people are starting to wake up. It's not just about working 9 to 5. It's not about, I just rewrote some of the script for my website yesterday. So what we're supposed to like get a job, make lots of money, get the house, the car, etc. Right? The 401k, you got to plan for your retirement. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hope that money lasts for our golden years, and then it's on to the pearly gates. Like, really, that's it. Like, you just work, you hope it lasts for retirement, and then you die. I'm like, there's got to be more to this game, more to this life than that. And people are starting to wake up and go like, I want more. And he was just, the video I was watching this morning, it said it's about service. If you want to know what will really make you happy, it's serving, and whatever capacity that is. Like you said, I don't care if you're making coffee for people. If you're doing it out of love and wanting to be, give to people, then you're going to get joy from that, and it's going to make you happy.
And them as well, because when you're interacting with somebody that's in that that flow of just divine energy, where they're living their moments in a state of joy and passion and happiness, regardless of the task they're doing, any energy that they're putting into something, especially like coffee or food or something like that, the person that consumes that is also going to partake in that joy and happiness and all of that. And so also, people are starting to become energetically sensitive. So they're starting to notice things like that as well. So going into a restaurant, the cook is upset. Everybody kind of doesn't feel good after their meals. Not everybody, but the people who are starting to get sensitive. So a lot of people are waking up to having empathy for the first time, or having their empathic ability switched on or heightened. And going into public for a lot of people is overwhelming, and they're having to go through the isolation phase of ascension, which is which I see when people really are starting to feel all the energies within themselves and the subtle energies. Then they have to take some time to really feel it out within just their own environment, and then go back out into the world, because it can be pretty overwhelming when you start picking up on everybody's thoughts and feelings, and you're in a crowd of 100 people, or you're at the grocery store and you're just like, I don't even know what I feel. So a lot of people are having that, which is really exciting, because the way that I see it is that if one person is suffering and 100 people around them can feel that suffering, there's going to be something done to alleviate that suffering. You can't just walk by it anymore. So yeah, the unity part of community is really coming into play now. And it's so wonderful to see that, because the whole duality that we've been running has been wonderful for teaching us about choices, and being able to exert our free will and interact in a way with energies that are polarized. But now moving into the unity consciousness, pulling things into center and being neutral, and then operating from that space feels so much better to so many people than having to go into those extremes. So
Yeah, I love what you said about, if everybody's feeling it, then we're all motivated to heal it,
Yep.
and that's really what oneness is all about. Um, I kind of thought of an analogy a few years ago. As a parent, you can't be happy as a parent if your child is not happy.
Right.
You're so connected to your child, you feel what they feel, and you can't be happy. And as part of oneness, when we're really our empathy is turned on and we are tuned in, we can't be completely happy, fully happy if other people are suffering.
Right.
And so we're motivated because we are one. We feel what they feel, for everybody to be enjoyed, everybody to be in love, everybody gets to be a part of this. And then our joy is complete.
Yep. Yeah. So let's take a moment to talk about our upcoming class before we go here. So Serena and I are teaching a 2-day course. One day is all about the higher self and the inner awareness and getting inner guidance and staying in constant communication with your higher self. So that way you have answers to any questions and you know how to move forward in life based on getting those inner answers. So that's the Access Inner Awareness course. And we're offering that with Serena's course on channeling, which I'll let her describe a little bit.
So it's actually very similar. We just have two different approaches, which I'm so excited. I'm going to actually get to take your course, Glacia, because I know I'm going to learn a lot through that as well. But my course is very similar. It's a different way of making that connection with your inner self. And then it's a process of learning to get a signal in your body to know when you're connected. And then you actually get a name. So this becomes a very clear signal for you. If you know that if you're in the presence of truth, you can tune in. And if you get your signal, you know that they're speaking truth. If you're unable to get your signal, then you know that at least part of what they're saying is not truth. It becomes a great inner guidance system. And then you're also able to tune into that, Christ, what we call it your Christ self, because basically it's just the part of you that resides in Christ consciousness, where you're beyond duality completely. You're in the place of oneness, pure bliss, joy, peace, and there's no distortion there. Because a lot of times people who, you may go listen to a channeler and, you don't know who they're channeling. They could be channeling a being from any, the astral plane or from some, plane of existence or dimension that has some truth and some distortion. So you want to be able to discern for yourself what's truth, but more importantly, to channel those messages for yourself. You don't need to go to a medium. You can channel your own information from your own higher self. So we have a really cool way. It's kind of like a surprise, the way that we are able to affirm all of that for you. So that'll be something to look forward to. It's a little woo-woo, but it's pretty cool. But it's a way to have safe channeling, because you don't want your messages interfered with by other beings that are looking for attention. There's all kinds of entities in the other, like I said, the astral realm, that when they see that your light's turning on, you're like tuning in, they want to like get a little bit of attention, and they'll run over and try to get your attention and give you messages. You're like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like pure love and truth. So you're able to discern and actually heal those entities, because we don't have any malice, or we're not afraid of anything. We simply know that we're in our sovereignty. We're able to heal those entities or beings that maybe are trying to get our attention or influence us. And we simply connect them to their light and send them on as well. So lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, and we're offering it 2 different ways too. So we're offering it in person, so you can join us in a classroom in Las Vegas. And we're also offering it through a webinar if you're unable to make it to the live course. So it will be, basically you'll be with us in the live course, but it'll just be through webinar style. And then I also offer my class. I'm doing the Access Inner Awareness as a month-long class for people who want to do it once a week. All the information for that is available on my website for all of the courses, in fact. And that's glaciarain.com. And then Serena also has other courses available that she's created at her website. So go ahead and tell them.
So, well, I'm also, my primary career, I guess you could say, I'm a hypnotherapist and NLP master practitioner, and I teach NLP and hypnosis. So it's I've actually restructured it. It's going to be 9 days, so it'll run from a Saturday all the way through the week to the following Sunday. Tons of personal transformation. If you really want to know how to clear out those things in your subconscious mind that are preventing you from making that clear connection with your higher self, and just staying in that place of peace, joy, and knowing who you are, knowing, like, who are you? How do you distinguish between you as your soul divine being and all the programming that you just got as a child that has now this, it looks like you, it feels like you, because it's what you've been doing and how you've been feeling for so long. But we get to clear out all of that stuff that's just programming, limiting beliefs, fears of, that are really running our lives, and get back to the truth of who you are. And then also you're going to become certified as an NLP practitioner and certified with the National Guild of Hypnotists. So it's everything you need if you wanted to start a career as a hypnotherapist. Everything you need is in this one course. You walk away with the certification, all the skills, and it's pretty cool. I think you'd love it.
Awesome. And what's your website?
It's BeLimitlessHypnosisAcademy.com. So we'll put that in the notes below the video too, but I'll put Glacia's info and my info. Be Limitless Hypnosis Academy. I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but hers is simpler.
Yeah, nice and easy. But all right. Well, it's been a pleasure, and we will do this again soon. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.